Alrighty, first look at my son's Traxxas Stampede. I had one of these about 10 years ago. It was one of the first hobby grade RC cars that I'd purchased when I got into it. The truck hasn't changed a whole lot. It looks like they did make some small adjustments. Body's new scheme. Tires seem to be a little bit different. They looks like they still have the same pattern, but the tread is closer together. Tread pattern is more tight. The tires that came 10 years ago, the tread pattern was spread out, made it look kind of weird. But my son's run this four or five times. We did end up breaking a hub carrier on the rear. That's usually one of the weak points where the camber link connects. Down in here, that portion here, that's what broke. Alright, so we'll go ahead and take the body off. All stock electronics, we haven't done anything to it. The only thing I've done is upgrade the ball bearings, or upgrade 2 ball bearings in the hub carriers. The cheaper versions come with the bushings instead of the ball bearings. My son does still run the nickel metal hydride batteries. They're the Traxxas power cell, 8.4 7 cell, 3000 milliamp. You get decent run times out of it. I think the other night me and him were out there for about 40 minutes on his battery pack. Let's see, waterproof receiver box. It does have the stock servo. For right now, that's all he needs. He's not racing, or he's just using it to drive around and bash a little bit. Shocks seem to be what was there about 10 years ago when I had one. I do plan on upgrading the shock oil and maybe the springs, or maybe just preload them a little bit with the preload clips, but I don't know, because doesn't want to rebound. Seems smooth, it just doesn't want to come back up. Well, the back end I need to work on. It does have some preload, but it still squats in the back. My overall thoughts on this is it's a great truck. I mean, I know one of the weaker points are the caster blocks in the front. These guys here. But so far I haven't had any crack or... I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that the pins in them were bent, but that was one of the first things that happened to my wrestler. And I just noticed the toes off a little bit. Looks like it's towed inward just a tad. Yeah, a little adjustment would take care of that toe. But overall, great truck, yeah. I mean, they're made for bashing, they're made for beginners getting into the hobby. Only thing I don't really care for is how exposed the steering servo saver is. Because you could get a stick or something caught in here and cause issues binding up your steering when you're out bashing, but it's not a horrible thing. Oh, I just noticed the bumper's cracked. Looks like I'll need to replace that. Good thing the bumpers are only like $3. But overall, great truck. If you're just starting out in the hobby, I'd either recommend this, the Bandit or the Rustler. This truck it is a little top heavy, so it does tend to turn over quite a bit. It does pop wheelies nonstop if you mash the throttle at low speeds. The Rustler is more of it's a truggy. It stays planted to the ground a little bit better. And then the Bandit is a buggy, and that one seems to be a little bit smaller than the Rustler. I've only had a Bandit once. I mean, it was alright. They have smaller wheels on the Bandit. But, a little sneak peek for our next video is that guy. But thank you guys for watching. If you want more updates on the little adventure that we're going through with the Hobby RC cars, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and any questions or anything you would like to see, just comment down below. And I do have some review videos coming up of some LiPo batteries and battery charger that are budget friendly. Hopefully soon we'll get some run videos in.